share my screen. Okay. Well, so we have listening.
No.
Yes. Now it's time we need to practice every section, every skill, not only speaking or reading. So it's time to practice listening together. You can, don't worry, of course, I'm sure you can do it easily. Okay, I remember that we started this part and we did this part or not. Could you help me? Just, this one, do you remember? So if we did completed this part or not, do you remember? So I think we need to start with this part, the natural word.
Of course, I think we done.
You've done, okay, so if you've done, how about this one?
Yes,
I'm
done.
not sure. Really? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Really? So
yes.
You want to finish it? We did. Okay, let's finish listening. No, sure?
Yes. It's true.
I'm not sure about it, but it's okay if you say. I will check. How about this one? No, definitely no.
Yes.
Really, we did?
I think absolutely is done.
No, I think we need to check it. Of course, no. We didn't do this one.
I don't remember.
I'm sure that we didn't. We did.
Yes.
No, we didn't. Okay, live. So I think maybe because I remember that we haven't done, but I will check it later, so it's okay. Now we can get started with school life listening part 2. Okay, well, so yes, this one we did. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's complete the sentences using the words from the box. That's really easy, so you can do it. I know. Okay. Well, the first one.
I'm best friends with one of my classmates.
Classmates, very good, of course. And number 2.
Sometimes a speaker comes to our school to give us uniform to the students.
No. Why speaker comes to give uniforms? Speaker.
Oh, why?
Why? To give a talk.
Oh.
That was really good. It's okay. So sometimes speaker comes to school to give a talk to the students. So we can give. So talk can be used as a verb. So I am talking right now. And you can also use it as a noun. So we give a talk. Okay. Number 3. I know. Okay.
My parents are coming to see me in the I think is school play or school play tonight.
Of course, right. Next.
I'm glad we don't have to wear uniform as our school.
Very good. Why?
As I think number 4 is I'm glad we don't have to wear a talk at our school.
Yeah, we're a talk. Yeah, because we already use uniform. Of course, that's what's good. Yeah, that was really good. And number 5,
I think it's my trip to school is quite long. It takes about 45 minutes.
Okay, how about 6?
I went on a school journey to a museum last month.
So I think here, because we go on a trip, of course you can say go on journey, but I went on a school trip to a museum last month. But because it's actually my journey to school is quite long, it takes about 30. So this one, because it's not a trip, Like here, it's better to use journey for number 5, and for number 6, trip is a better word. Okay, well, and now the next one. Yeah?
No.
Do you have any question? Okay, well, so no questions. Let's keep going. Okay, well, and now track. Okay, for each question, choose the correct answer. So let's see, you will hear two friends talking about the school trip to a wildlife park, and now the boy thinks that wildlife parks A or B or C. So first of all, check these questions. That is really important. And of course, we have alternatives. You can check them. Then I will play and we will listen together. Just one moment.
What is a wildlife?
Wildlife, any wild animals. So wild animals are called wildlife. Wild animals, of course. So, yeah,
Wildlife.
Number 4, I think. Let's listen.
Track 4, Listening, Part 2, Worksheet 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. You will hear two friends talking about a school trip to a wildlife park.
What happened?
Did you enjoy the wildlife park?
I thought it was okay, though I'd prefer it if places like that only had animals that feel at home with the local weather, even if they're ones that are in danger. It seems unfair keeping animals from hot countries in parks where it's cold.
You couldn't learn about animals from other places then.
True, but on the trip, most of them were so far away it was impossible to study them properly.
At least there were posters about all of the animals.
No one was actually reading them, though.
Oh, sorry, teacher. The sound is very
Now
small.
listen again.
Okay, let me check. Okay, so I didn't. So you need to listen again.
Yes.
Okay, so let me. Okay, let me play it again. Just one moment. Okay, and listen.
Track 4, Listening, Part 2, Worksheet 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. You will hear two friends talking about a school trip to a wildlife park.
Did you enjoy the wildlife park?
I thought it was okay, though I'd prefer it if places like that only had animals that feel at home with the local weather, even if they're ones that are in danger. It seems unfair keeping animals from hot countries in parks where it's cold.
You couldn't learn about animals from other places then.
True, but on the trip, most of them were so far away it was impossible to study them properly.
At least there were posters about all of the animals.
No one was actually reading them, though.
Well, so how about number 1? So help to save many rare animals. So they actually, when we say rare, it means we have a few of them. You know that there are not a lot. And the next one, okay, wildlife parks are great for teaching people about nature, or wildlife parks should just have animals from places with similar climates. Which one? If you need, you can listen again.
No.
Okay.
I think I know the answer, but
So
and
okay,
very
it's
for
okay.
us to choose. I think is the boy said he don't want to go to the wildlife parks. I heard he said like wildlife park is not um it's not gọi là it's not cold.
Okay, local.
Uh,
So you heard. He said. So actually, the boy said, I would prefer if actually places like that only had animals that feel at home with the local weather. So local weather. What is that? Similar climate. For example, when we have, we have a wildlife park here. Okay, for example, in your country, it's better not to have, for example, I don't know, animals that can live in very cold weather because your country's weather's climate is not cold. So it means local weather. So which one can be A or B or C, you think?
I think it's C.
Definitely yes, be sure, of course. You should just have animals from places with similar climates, similar weather, hot weather or cold. For example, okay, we want to keep some rare animals from freezing places. It's impossible. Maybe it's possible, but it's better not to do it because it's really difficult because they come from different weather and climates. So it can be dangerous for them. Okay, and
Yes.
now the next one. Let's see. You will hear two friends discussing the talk they want to. They agree that what? Listen.
Now listen again.
No, listen. No, we don't need to listen again.
About all of the animals.
We did.
No one was actually reading them, though.
Two, you will hear two friends discussing a talk they went to.
I enjoy it when the college organises talks like that.
Me too. And what the speaker was talking about gave me some good ideas for my science project.
I'm doing mine on a very different topic, actually. It was interesting, though. She's obviously done a lot of talks like this before. She knows exactly how to get everyone's attention by including some funny stories as well as the serious stuff.
I couldn't stop laughing at one of them. I liked the photos of those old scientists in her presentation.
I've seen most of them before on the internet, actually.
Okay.
Listen again, listen again, listen
course.
again, listen
Now
again.
listen again.
Let me help you. Let me give you a key that is really important. You may think that, I can't understand the whole words. For example, every word that they are using, so it's okay. Just look at this, what I'm doing. Okay. Amusing, useful, information, pictures, interesting. Okay, now listen, try to get these words, what you can hear. Then it can be, and ignore everything except for the synonyms or definitions of these words. Okay, so listen again.
I enjoy it when the college organises talks like that.
Me too. And what the speaker was talking about gave me some good ideas for my science project.
I'm doing mine on a very different topic, actually. It was interesting, though. She's obviously done a lot of talks like this before. She knows exactly how to get everyone's attention by including some funny stories as well as the serious stuff.
I couldn't stop laughing at one of them. I liked the photos of those old scientists in her presentation.
I've seen most of them before on the internet, actually.
Well, now you tell me which one. Of course, we heard pictures. Of course, we heard info, but which one can be answer?
I can hear the last sentence. Is the girl say she's uh love or love the teachers, and the boy say look his look too much. I think it's number C.
It's not. Why it's not? Of course you heard, you're right. She said, yeah, I love, for example, the pictures she showed, and the boy said, oh yeah, but I already seen them on internet. So yeah, they were good. But they agree, it means both of them. Like, when I say we agree on something, okay, it means you and me. Girl said they were interesting. Boy said, but I've seen them. That was not something new. So maybe no. But both of them emphasized on fun, funny, interesting, and how she could actually grab people's attention. So it was like interesting. So what? Which one can be? Listen again, listen carefully. What they agree? Okay, look at question. They agree that what? Look again.
I enjoy it when the college organizes talks like that.
Me too.
I enjoy it when the college organizes like that. Me too, first.
And what the speaker was talking about gave me some good ideas for my science project.
I'm doing mine on a very different topic, actually.
Okay, the girl said information was useful for the girl, but boy said, I do in a different way. So B, no. Because it was useful for the girl, but it was not useful for the boy because he normally does in different way. So B, no. Listen.
It was interesting, though. She's obviously done a lot of talks like this before. She knows exactly how to get everyone's attention by including some funny stories as well as the serious stuff.
I couldn't stop laughing at one of them. I liked the photos of those.
I couldn't stop laughing. So it was like, it was funny, it was amusing, it was interesting. This one?
Yes.
It's?
Our number A. The speaker was amusing.
Definitely yes. A is the answer. I think now this time was a bit easier, right?
Yes.
Okay, just let me say something. I want to ask you a question. Do you think one day, I don't know, for example, when we're listening to an audio track, like to find some answer, do you think we should find the answers really easily? No, because this is test. So when you hear something directly, it's not the answer. Say, oh, I like the photo, but boy said no, but I think, I've seen them. So you need to listen carefully, actually, until you get the answer. Okay, sometimes we're like, just, okay, I heard this word, this is answer. Just there are some distractors, they want to make you confused. So that's really important. Just, up to the end and then decide. Now the next one.
Old scientists in her presentation.
I've seen most of them before on the internet, actually.
3.
3. You will hear two friends talking about a new classmate.
What does the girl say about her?
What do you think of our new classmate?
I like her. I keep wanting to call her by the wrong name, though, because she looks a bit like a girl at my running club.
Oh dear, you'll upset her if you do.
Don't worry, I won't. She seemed quite quiet to begin with, like someone who'd rather just get on with their work in class and finds it hard to talk to others and make friends. She's become much more sociable quite quickly, though.
Yes, and now she chats just as much as any of us.
Possibly even more.
Well,
Again.
of course, works hard. Remind her of someone. Now listen again.
Now listen again.
What do you think of our new classmate?
I like her. I keep wanting to call her by the wrong name, though, because she looks a bit like a girl at my running club.
Oh,
Because she looks a bit like a girl in my running club.
Ồ,
Oh, so what?
oh my god luôn.
Which one? Look like. So when I see her, I remember someone. So which one?
She
Definitely
reminds us
yes.
some.
Definitely yes.
dear,
Listen.
you'll upset her if you do.
Don't worry, I won't. She seemed quite quiet to begin with, like someone who'd rather just get on with their work in class and finds it hard to talk to others and make friends. She's become much more sociable quite quickly, though.
Yes, and now she chats just as much as any of us.
Possibly even more.
4.
4. You will hear two friends talking about a college play they're in.
What does the boy want the girl to do?
Are you free one day after college this week?
Yes, on Wednesday. Why?
Well, you know there's the college play coming up, and thanks to you, I got one of the best roles, the one I really wanted.
Yes.
There are some bits I'm not happy with. I feel like I'm standing in the wrong position, and some of what I say doesn't sound right. It'd be really helpful to have another opinion, but I know you're busy.
Not at all. And are you having trouble remembering what you need to say?
My character certainly says a lot, but I've always been okay at remembering everything.
Why? Try to get him part, or help him learn his lines, or give him advice about acting. Now listen again.
Now listen again.
Are you free one day after college this week?
Yes, on Wednesday. Why?
Well, you know there's the college play coming up, and thanks to you, I got one of the best roles, the one I really wanted.
Yes.
There are some bits I'm not happy with. I feel like I'm standing in the wrong position, and some of what I say doesn't sound right. It'd be really helpful to have another opinion, but I know you're busy.
Not at
Wow, so play, and he has some problems, and he needs maybe another opinion. So what?
Or opinion. Give him some advice about action.
Yes,
Acting.
of course, about acting, because he want to take a role, have a role in a play. So he needs some advice, some opinion. So C is the answer.
Oh.
Yes, okay. Number 5.
Ai,
all. And are you having trouble remembering what you need to say?
My character certainly says a lot, but I've always been okay at remembering everything.
5. You will hear two friends talking about school uniforms.
I heard our school's thinking of introducing school uniforms.
Really? It'd certainly make choosing what to wear in the morning easier.
And I suppose there'd be less washing for me or my mum and dad to do.
True, but then they'd need to iron our shirts, which takes ages. I'd feel sorry for the staff, though. They won't know who's who if we're all wearing the same thing.
At least to begin with. I read that wearing uniforms actually means students get into trouble less often.
I'll believe that when I see it, though. How can clothes change how you behave?
Well, make life easier for parents, can be confusing for teachers, improve students' behavior. So, which one? Listen again.
Yes.
Now listen again.
I heard our school's thinking of introducing school uniforms.
Really? It'd certainly make choosing what to wear in the morning easier.
And I suppose there'd be less washing for me or my mum and dad to do.
True, but then they'd need to iron our shirts, which takes ages. I'd feel sorry for the staff, though. They won't know who's who if we're all wearing the same thing.
At least to begin with.
4. Actually, it's really good because they can easily choose what to wear and parents have less washing to do. But they're sorry for staff, people who work like teachers at school. Why? Because, they don't know who is he, or who is she, because it's a bit, because they are wearing the same. So which one?
I think it's forcing teacher enroll student or make. I think is letters B.
B, of course. It can be confusing for teachers, for people, staff, teachers, because they don't understand, oh, who is this one, who is that one? Because, all the uniforms are the same. So it's a bit confusing. Okay, yeah, right.
Yes. Teacher.
I read that wearing uniforms actually means students...
You are also suggesting this word now.
Yeah, I also what?
You are all suggesting this word now.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get what you said. I'm already what? Why I can't get what you said? Well, I couldn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. So, Justina? So what?
So
Again? So no, it's okay. Sometimes, there is a bit like, oh, you are all suggesting this. Yeah, just, let me say something. You know why I can't understand what you say? Sometimes it's like, because the pronunciation is really important. Listen, I say suggest. Now you say
suggest.
This is totally different. Because of this, I have no idea about the word. When I see, I say, oh, okay, this is suggest. This is just suggest. Yeah, of course, just suggest. Like George, suggest. Yeah, okay, this way is better. So, even if you are a very good speaker, but if you don't pronounce the word correctly, people can't understand. So that's really important, okay?
Yes.
So of course, I'm trying to help you. I should do this. So I'm helping you. So next time you will do it just solely alone, you yourself. Okay, well, let's keep going. Okay, do you want me not to help for the last one and you guess?
No.
Okay, let's do this one. Of course, we do together. Why not? It's really good. We're learning, so why not? Let's keep going.
Get into trouble less often.
I'll believe that when I see it, though. How can clothes change how you behave?
6. You will hear two friends talking about the journey on a college trip.
They agree.
I thought the journey was going to be difficult.
Me too. Normally it takes hours because the college always hires a really old, slow bus.
The train took half the time, though. I wish they'd had something to drink apart from coffee and tea.
Yes, and I was hoping to get a sandwich too because I didn't have time to make one this morning. I'm not sure how much the other people in our carriage enjoyed having 30 college students travelling with them.
They usually find it entertaining and start chatting to everyone.
Not this time, though.
Well, first of all, let's see.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah?
Excuse me. Can I go to get a stranger?
Of
A
course.
treasure.
Of course, charger. Of course.
Treasure.
Of course.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. What happened?
We came to ready.
Keep going.
Yes, we get to
Oh.
continue.
Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the meaning of this word. Maybe it's a new one. What is the meaning of refreshments? Okay, that means drinks and small amounts of food
Word.
that, of
I know
course,
that word.
you know that. Okay, very good. So I don't need to that are provided for something, for example, a meeting. Okay, now listen again. Let's see.
Now listen again.
I thought the journey was going to be difficult.
Me too. Normally it takes hours because the college always hires a really old, slow bus.
The train took half the time, though. I wish they'd had something to drink apart from coffee and tea.
Yes, and I was hoping to get a sandwich too because I didn't have time to make one this morning. I'm not sure how much the other people in our carriage enjoyed having 30 college students travelling with them.
They usually find it entertaining and start chatting to everyone.
Not this time, though.
So which one?
Again.
That is the
again.
end of part 2.
You didn't get?
Again, please.
Of course.
Morning. I'm not sure how much because the college always hires a really old, slow bus.
The train took half the time, though. I wish
6. You will hear two friends talking about the journey on a college trip.
I thought the journey was going to be difficult.
Me too. Normally it takes hours because the college always hires a really old, slow bus.
The train took half the time, though. I wish they'd had something to drink apart from coffee and tea.
Yes, and I was hoping to get a sandwich too because I didn't have time to make one this morning. I'm not sure how much the other people in our carriage enjoyed having 30 college students travelling with them.
They usually find it entertaining and start chatting to everyone.
Not this time, though.
So this time was not funny. And they wished for some, I don't know, refreshments. But there were a lot of people, but normally it It took long time, but this time?
It was much quieter than they expected.
Of course, it was much quicker than they expected. Of course, they expected maybe longer journey, but it wasn't. Yeah?
Yes.
Very good. A is the answer. Okay. Do you have any questions related to this story?
Absolutely is no.
Okay, very good. Absolutely not. Okay, and now let's complete the sentences using before, while, although, since, plus, or unless. So let's talk about them one by one. And I help you. So because I need to explain the meaning of these words. Okay, then we can. Do you have any idea about the meaning of these words? Do you have? Yeah.
What words?
Okay, for example, I spend hours trying to learn things for exam. I rarely remember what I've read. So it's like, I have two parts here, but there is a contrast. I spend hours, but I rarely remember what I've read. So it's like there is a contrast. Before, no. While, no. Since. Since can be used as from or because. No. Plus, no.
No.
How about although? But. Although means but.
Yes.
So, how about this one? I study hard, although I can't remember what I've read. Although, but, so we use it to make contrast. This is the first one, okay? Number two, can you guess, and no worries if you can't, because you're learning.
Okay.
Number two.
Number two is I can't browse the internet from hour. How long I have been online? While I realized how long I have been online.
While how long I've been online.
Yes.
So I think maybe no. I think
why?
we have better. I think we have better. It's like, I browse and browse and browse, and I don't understand that, oh, how long I've been. Then suddenly I understand, wow, I've been spent a long time online. So before it, I have no idea, and I'm browsing and browsing. So how about before? Listen, okay, I can browse the internet for hours before I realize how long before, but when I realize, I stop. Oh, it's too long, too much. So before here is better. Why I say while is not good? Because, look, I can see how doing homework benefits me. It's not good to get too much. So it means, of course I know how doing homework is good. Of course I know, but too much is not good. So here I use while because I want to make contrast. While, however, I can see doing homework benefits me, good for me. Okay, it's good to me, but it's not good to get too much. So while here is used to make contrast. However, while, however, okay? So,
yes.
Okay. Number three.
Doing homework with friends is good fun.
In addition, also.
I think it's while it's not, until it's not, and before it's not. I think it's size is not to
Sense. It's not size. It's sense.
sense, and we have plus and unless, but
What?
doing homework with friends is good friend. You can have, I think is ours plus.
Plus. Plus means addition. Of course. Plus means addition. In addition to something. In addition to. Also. Plus you can, it means doing homework with friends is good, is fun. In addition, also you can help each other. So plus, when you want to add something, you can use plus. And I've made loads of new friends, a lot of new friends.
Wow.
This is present perfect, and you use since because this is present. It means from. Since I started my show, here you can use since.
Oh.
Made a lot of new friends from I started since I started my new school. But here I would prefer I have started, but it's okay. So number 4, since. And number 5.
Number 5 is is unless I'm planning to go to the cinema this week, unless I get lost of homework.
Of course. So what is the meaning of unless? Unless means
if not.
Yeah. Of course, except on the condition okay that. What is
sorry,
that?
I can't hear you clear.
I can't do one thing about it. So just how about now? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
But,
okay, very good. Well, so let me say again. Except on the condition that what it means, I say, I'm planning to go to the cinema this weekend unless I get lots of homework. It means if I get lots of homework, I can't go. So unless is used to say that something, actually, if there is condition, except that condition. And that condition, I can do something. It means if I have lots of homework, of course, I can't. So I use unless. So they are the words that you can use. And like, you know, again, although means like but. Before something happens, plus in addition to, when you want to add something, like also, since, from the start point, like to start point, since that time, since 10 years ago, since I've started learning English, since, for example, I've started my new school, and I'm planning to go to the cinema this weekend unless I get lots of, it means if I get lots of homework, I can't. And while, however, while I can see, but it's not good to have a lot. So, do you have any questions related to these words?
No.
Okay, wow. Oh, what are the advantages and disadvantages of going to school? I don't want you to write, I want you to say. What do you think? Just think about it. Really, what are the advantages and disadvantages, like negative points of going to school? If
okay,
yeah,
I
think about it.
Go to school about the advantages is you can to study and you can learn a new skill for your life, and you can study to kiếm tiền này, to find money.
Oh, you can make money, of course.
And you can have a lot of knowledge, yet to have your life is better And about the disadvantages is in the school have too much bullying. Bullying,
Oh,
yes. And I don't know how about your school, but in Vietnamese school, we have social bullying and use a bad word for someone to make make them better, like uh like funny. Yes, they funny when they use a bad word.
yeah.
That
Yeah, of course.
just
So, yeah. So tell me, of course, this is disadvantage, you mean?
yes.
Okay, well, actually, yeah, it can be, and it's no matter where you study, like, what country. Of course, there normally, there are some people, as you said, like bully students who, I don't know, irritate other students. Okay, so of course, it's really normal. But when you use it, bullying, okay, this is verb. So you only say there's some bully students.
Or bully student.
They, for example, they are bullying students. So that one is verb. So you can use bullying, but as a verb. Here, this is an adjective, bully. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I know it can be a disadvantage. So tell me, okay, so what do teachers and I don't know, principals of school do to control students? Nothing?
About a teacher, I think they have some advice and action to make student is friendly and gì ta? And sociable, but uh, if a student is can student don't hear our teacher and
They don't.
and
They ignore them like, okay, I don't care.
stubborn.
Ah, of course. Well, it's like, and there is no punishment
Yeah,
for police. There is no punishment.
sorry.
There is no punishment for bully students.
Punishments, what's mean?
Punishment. Like, for example, okay, you need to, I don't know, go out of class and stay out for, I don't know, like punishment. You need to do extra homework. So like this, there is no punishment.
As
Let me write.
yes.
Punishment. And what is that? So it's like when you do something wrong, you can get punishment. So this is a penalty, something that because this is the consequence, the result of what you did. So for example, you receive punishment when you don't study. Okay, like you need to go out of the class. You need to stay out. Okay, so this
Sorry,
is
but I think punishment is a little bit evil.
Oh, no, it's not physical. Listen, it's not physical punishment. Punishment can be something. For example, okay, this is a rule. If you don't do this, okay, for example, you say, okay, you need to stay out of class. You need to do extra homework. This is punishment.
Yes.
So, is it not? So do you receive punishment if you, for example, do something wrong at school?
Yes. we have some punishments for student is stubborn up. Sorry, is Lee or
Yeah, it's really normal because sometimes they behave in a way that can be really irritating, annoying.
stubborn.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a punishment for student is stubborn, but it's a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
I think the most heavy about punishment is
Yeah.
uh uh explosion
It,
explosion.
yeah. Okay. So it's like, actually, so it's like, yeah, for students who are not really, I don't know, well behaved. So sometimes it's not bad to have. We have, for example, in our school, we have, I don't know, like extra assignment, extra homework. They need to do extra homework if they do something wrong, so extra homework. Or sometimes they need to stay after school or during, for example, lunchtime. So they need to stay. So this is something that, some punishments that some bully students can receive. So because you normally receive punishment if you do something wrong. So do you have the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, so when we say punishments, we don't mean physical punishment at all. No, not at all. Just like this, doing extra homework, staying out of class, or either staying after school like this. Okay, wow. So you have some bully students, I know, and I understand. So it's like, unfortunately, there are the students all around the world, not only in your country. Well, but we need to take some actions to control them, to make them behave, I don't know, like, to push them to make them behave better to other students. Okay, my dear. So, do you have any questions related to this word?
Relationship.
Do you have any questions related to
Um,
this word, about this topic, this word?
as I don't have any question, but can I ask you um what how how many percent in your country have a poorly student?
How many students are there in my country?
Uh, I
How many?
no. How many students is have a bullying in your country?
So it depends, like how many. I can't say the number of students. So there are not a lot because we try to control. So we have some rules, strict rules against bullying. It's not because and of course people who try to, I don't know, like do something and maybe try to behave badly towards other students. So we have strict rules. So it's a, but there are every school, and sometimes we can see because normally they don't act like they're bullying all the students, so sometimes we can understand. But after the school or sometimes, so they do. So I can't say how many because there are a lot. So I don't know about the first school. It's like, but in every school we can say that there are students who are really bullied, but we try to control. We try to control. Okay, my dear. So again, it's time to go again. And we need to go. So, any other questions?
No.
Okay, so have a great time, great week, and see you next
Yes,
week.
see you.
Of course, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.